Recite Surah Fatiha. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Ufawwidu amri ila Allah. Inna Allaha basirun bil 'ibad. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين والصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على النبي الأمي المكي المدني القرشي الهاشمي الذي سمي في السماء بأحمد وفي الأرض بأبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين لعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله إن لقتل الحسين حرارة في قلوب المؤمنين لا تبرد أبدا. Alhamdulillah, it's a great pleasure for me to be here this evening after a long journey and having plenty of lectures in India in different cities. The hadith which I recited in my khutbah, it is from our noble Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, "Inna liqatl al-Husayn hararatan fi qulub al-mu'minin la tabradu abada." Because of the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created a kind of heat and emotions in the hearts of believers which no one and nobody and no force can destroy this heat and take away this heat from the hearts of believers. We are aware that as we enter in the month of Muharram, the whole world starts mourning, and there is a kind of feelings in the hearts of believers which no one can take away that kind of feeling. And all the hearts of believers, they chant only one name and one word which is very famous in the universe, which is Hussein. We call always Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. So why this kind of feelings we feel as we enter in the month of Muharram? This hadith said that because of the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, great sacrifice given by Imam Hussein and his companions and his whole family in the plains of Karbala. we have to understand the reason behind the tragedy of Karbala, which is most important. The tragedy which occurred in just 50 years after the departure of our noble prophet. And the same so-called Muslims, and they gathered to slaughter the grandson of our noble prophet. So it's a very serious matter. How it can happen? What was the reason behind that? In Hinduism, just the brothers of those who are belongs to Hinduism, they feel just their Lord, what they assume. They love any animal like monkey or snake. So just because their great personality loved an animal, so until now, after years and years, all Hindus, they respect certain animals just because their great personalities love that animal. So what happened to the Muslims? It's not an animal, it's not something ordinary, but it's a grandson. And even now, if you know about the holy shrine of Hazrat Bal in Kashmir in India, it is said that they found a single hair belongs to our noble prophet. Because of that hair, because of the respect to that hair, they built a big holy shrine in Kashmir. And thousands of Muslims, even some non-Muslims, they go and visit that holy shrine just because they found a hair belongs to our noble prophet after so many years. So that much respect we have towards our noble prophet. So what happened to the Muslims and so-called Muslims just after 50 years of departure of our noble prophet? The situation was that in the place of Karbala, thousands of army, they were ready to slaughter our grandson of our noble prophet and his whole family and his companions. So it's a very serious matter. We need to put light on it, and we need to understand what was the reason why the grandson of our noble prophet moved from Medina and came to Mecca and then started his mission moving towards Kufa, but he abandoned to enter into the Kufa, and the whole army with only 72 members, they gathered in the plains of Karbala, and this great tragedy occurred. We need to further on to understand the situation and the tragedy of Karbala. We need to go back to the past history.